Hello everyone and welcome back to my Bold and Beautiful 29 YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna to get bamboozled. Nick shares heartbreaking news with Brooke. Taylor proposes marriage to Ridge. The look on Ridge's face suggests he's not as eager to marry as Taylor is. In any case, there will be a secret eavesdropper. It seems that Nick ever overhears the marriage offer. That will lead Nick to run off to tell Brooke the news. The seaman informs the Golden that Taylor proposed to Ridge. The Golden is shell-shocked and asks what Ridge said. Depending on Ridge's answer, Brooke could run right into Nick's arms and go sail the ocean. Indeed, though Ridge has a funny look on his face in the exercise clip, he's also committed to Taylor. Or so he has claimed. So, Ridge might agree to marry her, only for Commodity to be at the marriage. Brooke will be more confused than ever, but Katie will formally again give some words or wisdom. Sheila has a heart-to-heart with Cleric about the Spencer's tendency to betray. This could remind Sheila of when Bill pretended he was in love with her just to get her in captivity. It seems Will is following in his father's steps. Will tells Luna that he ditched Elektra for not being instigative enough. Luna falls for it and starts making out with him. Still, the look on Will's face suggests it's controlled nausea rather than lust. Elektra will probably be on the plan. While she wouldn't like Will making out with Luna, it might be necessary for the trap. Will has to get Luna to trust him. Formerly Luna realizes that Commodity isn't relatively right, she could make a run for it, however, that means they're all sitting ducks, if nothing can find Luna. Nick will make it clear he wants Brooke back, but one of his other spouses might have her own plans. Nick and Brooke Logan have a complicated romantic history, and sparks will start flying between the former couple again. But, there may be some obstacles before the couple officially gets back together. Ridge easily still has passions for Brooke, and that came egregious when he came jealous that his half-family was back in city. Ridge was impeccably happy with Taylor, but he doesn't want Brooke to move on either and is going to make effects delicate for her and Nick. Ridge wouldn't be the only one who could ail Nick Marone and Brooke Logan's reunion. Brooke isn't the only woman in Los Angeles that was married to the captain. As a matter of fact, Brooke's family Katie had her own thing with Ridge's family. Katie has been single for a while now, and turned Bill down when he wanted to get back together. It's been several times since we saw the Logan sisters battle over one of the men. Ridge orders Nick down from Brooke. Luna gives a gift to Hayes. At Forrester Creations, Ridge wants to know why Nick is there. The developer brings up life on a boat. Nick counters that home is wherever he puts his anchor. Nick wants his anchor inside of Brooke. Jack Marone is brought up again. This is the alternate time in a week Jack has been mentioned. The shipping man congratulates his rival on reuniting with Taylor. Ridge and Nick get hot. In their discussion, Nick kisses Brooke's hand, also struts out. Brooke tries to explain. You don't have to explain anything, Brooke. The Golden explains anyway. Nick's return was a total surprise. He's just a good friend. Brooke does tell her partner that he has no right to be jealous. Ridge orders her to stay down from Nick. Really, Ridge? Brooke isn't a puppy dog. Taylor is talking to Steffi about the art class. Steffi brings up how amazing Elektra is with Hayes. They turn the content to Liam. He's being so valorous. Taylor blames Bill for all the stress Liam is going through. Taylor does say that Finn might feel incompletely responsible for how Luna turned out. Taylor fears the stress is taking a risk on Steffi. The son declares that Hayes will no way know Luna. She'll make sure of it. Luna continues observing on the art class. As the schoolteacher brings everyone inside from the sand, Hayes forgot Commodity. Hayes struggles looking for what he dropped, but is floundering to find it. With the schoolteacher and rest of the kiddies outside, Luna takes the occasion to approach Hayes. Luna calls him by name, also gives him a gift. Luna hangs around outside while Hayes shows Elektra his gift. Elektra takes Hayes back to his parents at home. Meanwhile, the art school teacher asks Luna to be a guest educator. At first, Luna seems panicked, but also realizes this is her ticket to haze. So, she calls herself Sunshine and goes outside. Bill will have to eat crow and admit that he made a huge mistake by helping his fake son get out of captivity. Luna rearmost reign of terror will bring Bill back in the Nozawa women's rout. Will sparks fly? Bill will have to face the music. If it were ent for him also Luna would ent be a free woman right now. Luna's fake pater is going to have to do some damage control and try to stop Luna from killing anyone else. However, the blood will be on Bone Bill's hands if Luna kills again. The alarm bells have been sounded and Sheila has signed Poppy to help her get Luna under control. Poppy went straight to her family before Bill and Poppy hooked up and moved in together. Bill was actually canoodling with her family Lee. Lee is aunt only Luna's grandmother and her former aunt, but she's also a croaker. Considering her moxie and family ties, it makes sense that Bill Spencer will go to Lee for help with his Luna situation. Bill needs to shut his fake son down ASAP, before he's criticized for her wrongdoings. Can Lee help him? Brooke confessing not only that Nick's returned, but also that they kissed, and Katie will be surprised. Hope tries to inhibit Steffi from trying to get Daphne to return to Los Angeles. It promises to be a day full of drama, and you wouldn't want to miss a moment of the show. Brooke believes that her fortune is rich. Nick's return to Los Angeles might make her suppose again. After all, they kissed nearly incontinently, and it might have brought a bit of their magic back for Brooke. Nick seems interested in breaking Brooke out of her bad habits with Ridge. That might make Brooke's family, like Hope and Katie, happy. At least for a bit. As for Hope, she and Carter are engaged. For a while, they broke up after Carter had alternate studies and gave Forrester creations back to the Forresters. Steffi induced her friend Daphne to come to betray Carter. It nearly worked, but Carter remained hung up on Hope. For a while, Hope was willing to attune. Liam's illness got her to review, and it indeed led to a conciliation between Hope and Steffi. Now, Hope is back at work at FC as she and Carter plan their marriage. Una and RJ wake up together after perfecting their relationship, and their night of passion has only brought them closer. I suppose there's a new form of trust there. Obviously, when you partake commodity like that with someone there's like a bond that you'll always have. The love between them is getting deeper after the deed has been done. I suppose that's the case with everyone, but especially with Luna, who is veritably educated in that field. It's new passions for her, and I suppose she's growing deeper and deeper in love with RJ. This is also a corner moment in Luna's life, given her lack of sexual experience. Luna feels like she's in a huge transition phase in her life, her portrayer muses. She moved to LA on her own, she got her first swain and she loses her purity to him. There are just a lot of firsts passing in her life. So I suppose it's a little bit inviting for her, but not in a bad way. It's like she's full of all these feelings that are each good, but so numerous effects are passing it formerly, and I suppose she's juggling all these ecstatic passions. Yamada feels that the timing was right for Luna to take this intimate vault forward with RJ, with her moving to LA and starting this new chapter in her life. I suppose she's gotten used to having new jests in life, and meeting such a sweet boy like RJ has made her feel more comfortable. She's loosening up and she's falling in love for the first time, and it's really cute to see. I know we're not teenagers on the show, but it feels like a teenage, high academy type of love, like puppy dog love. Though the couple has changed I love yous in the history, when RJ sweetly reaffirms his passions as they lounge in the fate of their lovemaking and Luna responds in kind, we're reiterating that we love each other, but it's in a new way, if that makes sense. We talk about how we loved each other ahead, but now we're chancing this new sense of trust within each other, and we'll always have each other. As Luna lies blissfully in RJ's arms, she feels a million long hauls down from the sources of trouble in her life, the delicate, the undetermined conflicts in her family, and the hanging riddle of her true origins. Points out Yamada, she has minced everything out with the holy dynamic, so I'm sure that's, in the reverse of her mind merely. She's in a veritably happy place right now, but there are some effects that need to be resolved, especially like she still doesn't know who her father is, and she hasn't figured out this whole relationship with Lee, and Lee not being accepting of her being with RJ and being at Forrester. So it's not all sun and rainbows for her just yet. In light of these effects passing in the background, Luna is particularly appreciative of the support system and mate that RJ is proving to be. I suppose that's a big reason why they've such a strong connection, Yamada says. Luna was there for RJ when we were dealing with Eric, and now RJ gets to be there for Luna while she figures out her relationship with Lee and her maternity troubles. They're leaning on each other and they're each other's shoulders to cry on. That's one of the biggest reasons why they're so in love with each other. Luna admits that she had some jitters in advance of rephotographing a love scene, which she'd no way done ahead. The last show that I was on, I had my first on-screen kiss, she shares. So that, I was like, I've got it figured out. But this was my first lovemaking/coitus scene, so I was really nervous. They're so accommodating, and especially our costume developer. When I was doing the befitting, she made sure that I was comfortable with what I was wearing, and I told her my boundaries, like what I didn't want to show and what I was comfortable with showing and effects like that. And it was also an unrestricted set. So, I felt nervous because it was my first time doing it, but I no way felt uncomfortable. And formerly I did it, I was like, okay, it's not a big deal. It's just another literacy wind.